Hello, this is Sandra Hart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sometimes, as we get older, it's okay to slow the ride. What's your hurry? Where are you going? Sometimes it's just best to slow the ride. Hi and welcome. So nice of you to join me again. And I hope if you watch my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, I do hope you push the button, the subscribe button, and join all of us in this wonderful community on this pro-aging adventure we are all on. I know that sometimes when we retire and we get older, our life is supposed to get easier, isn't it? It's supposed to be just full of our freedom years. Well, sometimes that's not always the way it goes because our children grow up, we have grandchildren, we're getting older, our spouses are getting older, and sometimes that does bring in a lot of adjustments that we have to make in your life. Well, I am just like you, and a lot of things have been happening in my life recently, more so, and I am older. But you know about Arthur. He is doing fairly well. The VA gave him a wonderful messaging system that he can wear around his neck or put in his pocket, and if he falls, he just pushes a button and someone will be there to help him via voice. So that is really great. And I think the VA is a wonderful program because they do help veterans, and Arthur was a veteran, as you know, of World War II. Well, I have had to adjust, and Arthur has had to adjust his new situation, his new reality about what is happening to him. And also, I have a daughter who's moving from Chicago to Lexington and eventually to Nashville when she finds a place that, she wants to live. And things have happened to my grandchildren. But I'm not unusual. I know I'm not any different than all of you because when we grow up and we have children and grandchildren, because we are the matriarchs or patriarchs of our family unit, sometimes the responsibility falls on our shoulders, either to console, to talk, to chat, to just give support to them is so important. Well, as we get older, the reality is sometimes emotionally it's draining for us because we don't actually in reality have the energy and the stamina that we did when we were 30 and 40 to handle all of these problems that are going around us. Well, I found myself caught in this situation. I am a life coach, and I probably have spent my whole life trying to help people, including my children and other people throughout my life. But I have found that sometimes when you give so much of yourself, you forget yourself. You forget to take care of you, and you forget what is important to you. Well, that has kind of happened to me. Lately, I was having, I think it kind of started with COVID because we were all locked down 24/7 with everyone, and people were not having the freedom to get out and exercise and to vent a lot of their problems. Well, I was finding that since about COVID that I have been experiencing gurgling in my stomach, just gurgling. And I'm a vegetarian. I eat well. I eat lots of fiber, and I just couldn't understand what was happening. No pain or anything, but just this gurgling noise. So I went to my gastroenterologist, And he said I probably, because I had to take antibiotics one time, especially during COVID, he said sometimes that does upset your flora and fauna in your digestive system. So he has put me on a FODMAP diet. Now that is a particular diet is that allows you to eat in certain types of fibers, but not other types of fiber. And that's really kind of hard for me because I am a vegetarian and my whole diet basically is carbs and fibers, beans, lentils, all things that, and apples and fruits, all things that really are good for my diet as a vegetarian. But I have found out that if you have a little upset in your flora and fauna in your digestive system, that can't be so good. So he has given me a diet, and I'm going to put it right up here, the PDF right up here on the screen of what it is. I can eat fruits and vegetables. I don't have to worry about meats because I don't eat it. The fish I eat is absolutely fine. But all of the fiber that I was eating and some of the fruits that I was eating, I love watermelon. I thought it was so good for my kidneys. But on this diet, you can't have watermelon. You can't have seed fruits like peaches and cherries. And I had just bought this great, because cherries are in season now, this great big bag of delicious, being cherries, and I just love them. So I was eating lots of cherries, lots of watermelon. We were getting peaches and all of the foods that absolutely was irritating and upsetting the balance in my stomach. So I was eating all of the wrong things, high fiber cereals that really also upset me. So I have started, the last week, I've started on this new diet, and I've already I've already feeling the difference. I really have. I don't have as much upset in my stomach that's irritating me. My doctor also recommended a small vial of oil called Digest Zen. He said I could get it on Amazon or in my local health food store. Well, I found it on Amazon, but it tastes a little bit like licorice, but it really is a tummy tamer. So at night or in the middle of the day, instead of having regular tea, I put a few drops of this into my hot water, and it really is good. I mean, I like the taste of licorice, and I take that, and it really is helping me as well. But it's just a symbol, and what I'm really talking about in this video is not exactly what you eat, but if you have this problem, I want you to look into this diet. And peppermint tea and ginger tea and all of those things are really, really good. But sometimes we do, as we get older, and we just continue the relationship habits that we have had throughout our lives, haven't we? I think sometimes we allow our children to lean on us too much. Now, this is not every family, but I have two daughters that are divorced. So a lot of times I am the shoulder that they need when they have problems. And I really don't mind that. But the problem is, I was internalizing everything. I was absorbing everything like a sponge and not taking my own advice as a life coach. I was good at telling other people what to do, but I wasn't applying those same principles to my own life. And I don't think I am alone. I really believe that so many of us want to help those people that we love. We want to be a support system to those people that we love. And we do so without really taking space and time for ourselves. Instead of taking it in like a sponge, we should just listen, be a support, help if there's help needed whenever we can. But then, as I have said so many times, we have to just let it go. Let it go. Because stress and our bodies, it works together. And stress is a very negative thing that can happen to us unless we learn to listen and let it go. As we get older, we really do have to make changes, and that is the reality of it. That's just the way it is. It doesn't mean we don't have to be happy. It doesn't mean that we don't have to be active, because being active is extremely important. But as far as stress goes, and as far as responsibility goes, it really is important to be able to slow the ride sometimes. Just slow down and let it go. The longer I live, the more I realize that it really is so important that we take care of us, that we take care of ourselves in all spheres of our life, whether it's health, our mental attitude. It's really important that we have to take care of ourselves, which I think we do not do a lot because we are so interested in helping and loving our families. But if we don't take care of ourselves, how can we be a support system for other people? It's a lesson that I've really had to learn. Thank you so much for being here today. I love each and every one of you, and I read every single comment that you bring into the conversation, and I know what you have to say not only helps me, but also helps everyone in the community. So I absolutely love the fact that you can openly share your thoughts here with all of us. Take care. Be good to yourself today, and don't forget that you do matter. Be kind to whomever crosses your path. And of course, let's all share the love. Thank you for being with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.